Hello?
It's me.
Oh, hi, Dad.
I'd like you to bring something when you visit.
I can't smuggle any more whiskey in. They're already suspicious.
Well, how about putting some in a plastic beaker? They'll think it's a urine sample.
Okay.
And I'd like you to bring your violin.
Oh, blimey, I don't even know where
It's probably at your mother's.
I won't be able to play it.
I don't want you to. I remember you practicing.
Thanks.
No, I want to play it myself.
What, you're going to have lessons?
I should be able to play perfectly well without a single lesson.
Right. Have you told this to your psychiatrist?
No, he'd think I was delusional.
Yes, I expect he might. See you at 4.
Can't wait.
1 violin coming up.
Brian Gulliver's Travels by Bill Dare, starring Neil Pearson and Mariah Gale. This week, Chamanoa.
It's probably out of tune.
Doesn't sound too bad.
How would you know?
Well, that's what I want to talk about.
You learned the violin.
I didn't learn exactly. I may have acquired the talent.
You can't become gifted, Dad.
Oh, really? You know, that's what I wanted more than anything when I was young, to play the violin, like Stefan Grappelli.
You tried to make me live that dream for you.
I thought it might enrich your life. I'll tell you about Chamanoa.
Okay.
Arrival in Chamanoa. By raft, going down a river, accompanied by a llama.
A Tibetan spiritual leader?
No, more the South American camelid. The ones with the long necks. This one was called Happer, I think. Possibly Heeper. Don't think I ever got his name right. He hardly ever complained, though.
This llama could speak?
No, he couldn't speak. Of course not. Well, hardly at all. Had a vocabulary of about 200 words.
Dad, no one's going to take your memoirs seriously if you've got talking llamas in it.
Well, maybe I'm exaggerating. Happer didn't so much speak as mumble in a basic sort of sub-teenage way. Anyway, Happer pulled my raft in exchange for regular meals and the occasional stroke under the chin. But eventually he got sick of it, said he wanted to find himself and explore his spiritual side. So he went off around the world, probably in search of the other kind of llama. I drifted for a few days, trying to find some clue as to how to get back to England. To you. To my friends. To cricket on village greens. Lunch at country pubs that run out of food at 2:30. I even missed having a proper job and real work to do.
Did you really?
No. In a moment of nostalgic reverie, I suppose I must have lost balance and fallen into the rapids. Through the wash, I saw my trusty raft being smashed to pieces against the rocks. I was tossed about in the rapids for a half a mile or so, and then I felt something grab me, and it pulled me up onto the bank. And then I heard a voice.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I think so. I swallowed a fair bit of water. Brian Gulliver.
Don't come near me.
I wasn't going to hurt you.
Keep away.
I thought you were going to help.
Are you a nurturite?
What's a nurturite?
Ugly people from across the river.
I don't come from across the river, and as for being ugly, I think that's subjective. You've obviously made up your mind.
Where do you come from?
Sorry. It's in England.
England?
Home of Sir Isaac Newton, Winston Churchill, Charles Darwin, Mike Brearley.
Come with me.
Didn't take you long to find a young woman to hang out with.
Who said she was young? Kath was 74.
And she managed to pull you out of the water.
Oh, she wasn't frail. In fact, she was the most perfect human I'd ever seen. She was like an Olympic sprinter, only more tastefully dressed. She took me through some woods to her family home.
When my children see you, they will be frightened. They may not want to look at you.
Kath, I might look a bit lived in, but I don't think my face is going to frighten anyone.
I do apologise. My daughter's not used to seeing...
Anyone quite so minging.
The reason for our suspicion and fear is that for many years there has been conflict between us, the naturites, and the people across the river, the nurturites.
Naturites and nurturites?
We naturites believe that everything is determined by our genes, and that genetic enhancement is the only way forward. Nurturites believe that education and experience are all that matters.
We have much the same battles in England, only they're fought at middle-class dinner parties. Kath explained that long ago there was just one kingdom, but with the advancement of genetic manipulation, some people The naturites embraced the process, while the others, the nurturites, found the idea abhorrent.
So the naturites had genetically designed babies?
Designer babies, every one of them.
Spooky.
Well, spooky to us, but my God, Kath's daughter could play the violin. She plays wonderfully.
Thank
It's
you.
fantastic.
LM56.
Funny name for a girl.
No, that's the collection of genes we chose for her.
Ah.
There are about 100 different genes for playing the violin alone. You think we chose well?
Oh, yes, definitely. You know, my childhood dream was to play the violin like Stefan Grappelli or Ackerbilk.
Why didn't you follow your dream?
I discovered real ale. Oh, listen to that.
I'm so proud we made the right choice.
Has she had a lot of lessons?
Please, don't upset me, Brian.
What have I said?
Lessons. That is a nurturite word. We do not have lessons here. My daughter is naturally musical. You are either born with talent or you are not. That is the natural way.
But there's nothing natural about choosing genes.
If my husband
What's
were
going
here,
on
he'd
here?
talk... Bordle, this is Brian. I pulled him from the river. He seems to be missing the swim gene.
No, I can swim, actually. I learnt when I was 8.
Learned? What's this? We don't have any learning here.
He was joking, weren't you, Brian?
Yes, yeah, joking. I think I've probably got a lot of the humour gene. Does anyone else around here have any? No?
God, I can hardly bear to look at you. You are ugly.
Now listen, Bordle, my ego is pretty robust, but there's only so much disgust a man can take in one morning.
Why didn't your parents give you a better face?
They didn't have a choice.
Are you from across the river?
He comes from somewhere called England. They have dinner parties.
You have chosen wonderful genes for your daughter. You must be proud parents.
Okay. Sit down.
Would you like some peppermint tea?
If there's nothing stronger.
So, tell me about this England place.
Well, in England, no one really agrees with anyone else about the nature-nurture thing. Whenever it comes up in conversation, it's considered polite to have a little argument about it. One person says, it's nurture. Then the other one says, no, it's innate. And then someone else chimes in with, oh, I think it's a bit of both. And then the conversation moves on to kitchen extensions.
Say someone wants their child to be good at sport. What then?
Most parents would leave it to the child to decide.
Oh, well, that's what we do here. We leave it to the child.
Let it happen naturally.
Yes, well, we're all agreed. Excellent.
Yeah, once you've chosen the right genes. I mean, you choose the sporty genes, and they'll naturally go for sport.
No, that's not quite
We
what-
believe in the natural way.
Yeah.
well, you see, in England, people believe fiddling around with genes is unnatural.
Unnatural.
Yes, so instead of that, we would try to encourage children.
Encourage?
For meddling with their motivation, you mean? I mean, that sounds a bit spooky to me.
No, not at all. You might play a few ball games with them.
Oh, you think fiddling around with their development by playing ball, that's okay, is it?
We don't really see it like that.
Sounds like manipulation. Not letting nature take its course.
We don't like intervention here.
It's not intervention, it's just teaching.
Teaching?
Bordle.
It's perfectly normal.
We will not have that word in this house. Social engineering, that's what it is. Over the river, they take children, even toddlers, and they put them in these mental engineering places. They fill up their minds with facts and figures and make them do things they don't want.
Are you talking about schools?
Yes, schools, that's them. Make them into people they were never meant to be.
They're brainwashed into doing maths or learning art.
Are you telling me you think that's right?
Well, we do have schools in England. Fortunately, half of them aren't very good, so probably don't have much effect.
You disgust me.
I'll face the other way if you like.
Brian, everyone here believes fervently that children should be free to follow their own passions, not be controlled and moulded. Postnatal modification is forbidden.
Postnatal modification.
If parents haven't done it the natural way by gene selection, then it's really too late.
It's just education.
Education! We will not have any more talk of that here.
That suits me. Shall I read some of my poetry?
Oh, you're a poet?
Oh, Kath's a great poet. She's one of the best.
Or we could show you around our proud land?
Actually, I think I'd prefer that.
Good choice.
We set off in their car. Kath was perfectly nice, but her husband, Bordle, was quite threatening. I think he might have been given the murder gene.
That's quite a naive view of genetics, Dad.
Yes, but they'd got to a level of expertise where genetic engineering was deterministic. I kept trying to see it from their perspective. Imagine if across the channel they were breeding designer babies, developing a master race. We'd be pretty suspicious, wouldn't we? Well, that's exactly how this Bordle chap thought of me. Kept threatening to hand me to the authorities.
I've got my eye on you, Gulliver.
Bordle.
Look, I'm just a traveller. I'll soon be on my way. But I am rather liking your country. I haven't seen an ugly face yet.
Well, look in the mirror.
And everyone seems to leave their doors open.
There's no crime here. Who would choose a criminal, Jean?
Let me tell you the story of Frankenstein's monster.
He doesn't want to hear that now.
Now, actually, that sounds familiar. I'd like to hear it.
Right, well, a long time ago, before technology, a man called Dr. Frankenstein had a son, but he wanted him to be perfect, so he thought he could meddle with nature. And as soon as the lad could crawl, Frankenstein introduced him to teachers and trainers and kept interfering with his natural progress. And the lad was taught to do all kinds of things. Maths, art, music, sport. He became so clever, almost superhuman. He could do anything, but this made people afraid. He was so different, you see, so strange. He was shunned wherever he went. So he turned into a confused, raging monster, destroying everything in his path. And in the end, he even killed the man who made him so clever. And that's what comes of trying to play God.
Right. Point taken. I'll make a mental note never to try it. And speaking of God, what is that over there? A church?
Oh, yes. Service is about to start.
I'm surprised that such a scientific community would have much religion.
Well, our parents chose religious genes for us.
But, well, hang on. Surely knowing that's why you believe in God undermines your faith just a touch.
And what happens in your country?
People tend to go with the religion they were brought up with.
Yeah, well, they know they're brought up to be religious. Does that stop them from believing?
No, that surprises me as well, to be honest.
Bordle, I'd like to take Brian round our young people's centre. Oh, why don't you get the shopping in?
Oh, okay. Right, but I won't be gone long, Gulliver.
So, Kath and I successfully gave her brother the slip. We were alone, which is what Kath wanted.
Ah, she had something in mind. Don't tell me she fell for your hideous face.
No, she wanted to ask a favour.
Brian, I want you to do something for me. My husband must never know, and it's something quite dangerous.
Ah, now, danger. Not really my thing. You know the hero gene? I don't have one.
But only you can do this.
Oh, look, a young people centre. What do the young people do here if they can't be taught?
They do whatever they want. They follow their interests and passions. We're entering the music centre.
Tell me, if people can choose to have musical children, don't you find your society has too many musicians?
I love your stupidity, Brian. Brings out my maternal instinct.
What's so stupid about that?
Well, how is that different if you nurture your children?
Well, I'm not sure. Well, look, I got it. You see, even if all children had music lessons, most of the kids would give up because they're just not very good or don't enjoy it. So there's no danger of having too many musicians.
So you set your children up to fail? Oh, what a horrible society. You must be so glad to have escaped.
Well, we don't get everything right, but I still think if you allow designer babies, you'd have a race of blue-eyed blonde kids who all look the same.
Is that what you see?
Well, no.
Presumably not everyone in England chooses, say, to learn medicine.
No.
Society has a habit of adjusting supply to meet demand, don't you find? As soon as brown hair became popular, it would quickly be seen as common and people would want something else. Society is surprisingly self-correcting.
Mind you, I do think England has far too many travel writers. It's not easy getting work.
Oh, here we are. The civil engineers.
What are they doing?
Look at that one. She's building a model of a municipal drainage system and loving it.
Are you telling me this group have had their genes selected to enjoy mucking around with sewage?
Yeah, they all love and have a talent for it, which benefits society. Brian, I want you to cross the river.
Look, if this is the dangerous favour you want...
Please do this for me. Cross the river.
But there's a river, and you've said they're all monstrously ugly over there.
What if I were to give you something in return?
Look, you're very attractive, Kath, but yeah, I really think...
I can give you a talent for the violin.
What?
You'll be able to play like my daughter.
Well, that would take years. And to be honest, determination is another gene I don't seem to have.
Genetic adjustment. The procedure's a little complicated in adults, but it's quite safe. I know people. Imagine being able to play almost effortlessly.
No practicing.
Only enough to strengthen your fingers.
And I'd be able to play like Stefan Grappelli or Daniel Barenboim.
You'd be brilliant.
What do I do when I get to the other side?
I want you to bring back my sister.
Your sister?
My identical twin. First you'll need to find her.
And she's over in this nurture land.
Yeah. We were separated during our baptism ceremony. A strong undercurrent took her away, and rumours are that she was taken by nurturites. Every day I go to the river, hoping that I'll see her swimming toward me. The bond between twins is strong, Brian. Will you find her?
Will I be able to play Beethoven's Violin Concerto in D?
Beethoven?
Yeah, he was pretty nifty with notes. So, after a few days gathering my strength, we went to the riverbank under cover of darkness.
You were only motivated by the prize of instant musical ability.
And curiosity, the quest for knowledge never leaves me, Rachel.
Nor does an aversion for danger.
Well, on this occasion, my better nature prevailed. Or perhaps my better nurture. I got in a boat that Kath had procured for the purpose.
Got everything you need?
Yeah, I think so. Life jacket, compass, cheese, photograph of your sister. She looks just like you.
It is me. We're identical.
Of course.
You'll probably be welcome there. You look like them.
Hideous, you mean?
Aesthetically disadvantaged.
Look, Kath, what if your sister doesn't want to come back?
Try to persuade her, Brian.
But what if she doesn't want to come to a society based on eugenics? A practice that will seem as alien to her as it is to me.
I have to trust you, Brian. If you believe my sister would be happier there, then let her stay.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, bye.
And that was it. I set off across the river. And the other side, well, I was expecting them to be like us, you know, an ordinary mix of types, but they were hideous. Or perhaps they just looked awful in comparison to people who could choose better genes.
Did you want to turn back?
What I did when I saw some pretty disturbing abuse, a little girl being dragged, kicking and screaming to a ballet lesson.
It's hardly abuse, Dad.
The naturites would have thought it was. And then some poor kids having to play football in the cold and the mud, being shouted at by desperate-looking mums and dads on the sidelines.
That's a normal Sunday for a lot of people.
Yes, and it's cruel and inhumane.
Right, so all the children were being forced to do things they didn't like and were no good at.
Well, none of them looked happy, I'll say that. The streets were strewn with litter and, oh, the smell from the sewers.
Let me guess, there was a shortage of drainage engineers.
I assume so. No one had been programmed to like it.
How did you go about trying to find Kath's sister?
Made copies of the photo, put posters up everywhere. Eventually, a woman called round at the hostel where I was staying.
My name is Hendl. I think I'm the person you're looking for.
I do believe you are. You look exactly the same. And sound the same.
I only know that I had a sister. Is she okay?
Kath is fine. She's got a great daughter, house in the woods. She's a poet.
Poet?
Yeah. Is something wrong? Is poetry banned here or something?
No, not at all. I was so lucky to have been rescued. My parents here have given me a much better life than the one I was born into.
They brought you up to believe that, did they?
I have many questions for you. How do you know my sister, and why have you come in search of me?
Hendl, why don't we go and have a coffee and talk it over?
Did you get her to cross the river?
It wasn't that easy. You know, I had a funny feeling you'd want a peppermint tea.
Why?
That's what your sister drinks.
Oh, right. So it's in my genes, is it? Well, I like it because the rest of my family drink it.
Ah, what a coincidence.
So why did you order a cappuccino?
Oh, I like the chocolatey top and the fluffy milk.
They've isolated the gene for liking chocolatey top and fluffy milk, have they?
Look, can we forget the nature-nurture thing for a moment? So, Hendl, what do you do for a living?
I'm a chartered accountant.
Very nice.
I run my own business now.
Great. Any hobbies?
Not really. I mean, well, I write the odd poem, but it's pretty silly.
What's silly about it?
It's not going to make a living.
Well, that's no reason to give up. Perhaps poetry is, well, might be what you're best at.
I came to see you for a reason, Mr. Gulliver.
Brian, please.
I want you to rescue my sister Kath and bring her here.
Ah, right. You see, the thing is, she sent me to rescue you. It's another thing you have in common.
That's ridiculous.
Why? She thinks you're bound to be happier in a place where your innate instincts can flourish.
Innate?
You like poetry because your parents chose those genes. They wanted you to be poets. What's wrong with that?
We believe children should be loved unconditionally. Love should not depend on how well we fulfill our parents' expectations.
Why did you do accountancy? Because your parents probably encouraged you to, whereas Kath was allowed to follow her dream.
It was our parents' dream. You should go to the village of the cloned.
There's a village of the...
All the villages are identical. It was a naturite experiment. It went horribly wrong. Go there. See for yourself. I think you'll change your mind.
What are they like, these clones?
No one has ever seen them. They're fenced off.
If I go to this village, will you be here when I get back?
No, Brian. If you're not prepared to rescue my sister, then we have nothing to say to each other.
Well, my thirst for knowledge got the better of me, and I decided to visit this mysterious village.
You did another dangerous thing.
As a travel writer, one becomes expert at assessing risks, and sometimes one has to stare danger in the face.
And someone told you it was completely safe.
That as well. So, I rowed back across the river and found this reservation. I approached the perimeter, climbed over a fence, and walked through some scrubland till I came to some buildings. And I saw this man, about 50, slightly thinning hair, quite chirpy looking. He thrust his hand out for me to shake. I practically fainted. It was one of the most peculiar sights I've ever seen.
Why?
Because he was me.
You?
Like an identical twin.
Hello, can I help you?
I, come from... Who the hell are you?
My name is Thake.
You look like me. Sound like me. You are me.
I could say the same about you.
How did this happen? I'm in some horrible nightmare.
Have you just arrived from outside the fence? That must be unnerving for you. How about coming for a pint of ale and some cheese? Calm you down. Might even have some malt whiskey. You like malt whiskey, don't you? Follow me. This is where you belong.
Gosh, a traditional pub. And another one. And another one. There are loads of pubs.
Yes, cheese shops and pubs. That's all we have here. This one is my favourite.
Yes, it's the most appealing by far.
Trouble is, of course, everyone else thinks so too, so it's full.
My God.
What's wrong?
Everyone in there looks like me.
Of course they do.
This is freaking me out. I need a very, very stiff drink.
Dad, I don't understand how they got hold of your genes for this experiment.
The nearest I got to an explanation was that there must have been a telegenetic wormhole in space-time.
Right.
Makes perfect sense when you think about it.
And there's something even stranger. Why did they want to clone your genes?
Well...
You're not gifted or industrious, handsome or virtuous.
Well, that, I suppose, is why the experiment was considered a total disaster. Apparently there was a mix-up in the lab and they thought they were creating perfect humans.
And instead...
Lots of me.
They must have been devastated.
Well, that's why they fenced off the area. They lived in a sort of reservation.
But how did these Brian Gulliver types survive?
Well, they couldn't look after themselves, obviously.
Too lazy?
I think that's a little unfair. They were too busy musing about life to work.
Musing? In a pub?
Often in a pub.
You mean none of your clones did any work?
No. And I must admit, while I was there, I didn't do a jot either.
Why didn't you all starve?
Well, the naturites, whose fault it all was, delivered supplies every day. Food, beer and whiskey, adult reading material. It was rather nice. Chewing the cud amongst men with whom I felt an instant kinship. No one made me feel inadequate. No one was more intelligent than me, or more alluring, or better endowed.
But, Dad, your identical twins had a completely different upbringing and life experience.
Well, we weren't exactly alike. Some, for example, were quite tidy, and a couple were into exercise and sport. But when it came to the fundamentals, we were like peas in a pod.
And since you're so fond of yourself, you're in a sort of ego heaven.
Ask yourself this question, Rachel. Would you like there to be more people like you in the world, or fewer?
I think more.
That answer indicates that you're a nice person. Who wouldn't want a world with more nice people around? Only nasty people give a different answer, and I loved being in a world full of...
Barflies.
Yeah. But eventually, I tired of drinking, eating cheese, and musing about life, and there were various issues. Conflict was not as rare as I'd first thought. You see, in a world where everyone has the same tastes, they all want the same thing. Take clothes. A shipment of cardigans would arrive. We would all want the brown ones with white buttons. 1,000 packets of cheese arrived. We'd all grab the farmhouse extra mature. And some of the delivery drivers were women. And, well, let's just say there were quite often problems in that area too. So I decided it was time to go.
Hang on, if you wanted to go, then...
Then they all wanted to go, of course, but years of being in the village had dampened their determination. They didn't have the fire in the belly that I still had. I still yearned to play the violin.
Didn't the rest of them?
Yeah, we talked a lot about the violin.
None of you thought to start practicing?
Learning, not allowed. And we were all too lazy. One day I gave the guards the slip and returned to Kath's cottage in the wood.
I'm sorry I was so long, Kath.
I was afraid you'd been reprogrammed in one of their training centres. Well, my poor sister. You did try your utmost to persuade her to come.
Yes, but I'm afraid she's been nurtured into thinking that nurturing is a good thing.
If only we could have her opinions surgically corrected.
That's changing who she is.
They're the ones who changed who she is.
Well, I don't know who's right. I suppose now would be a bad time to mention violins.
Self-interest's never very far from your mind.
I was born that way.
Did they arrange for your genes to be modified?
Yes, quick operation, and I was told that I could master the violin as soon as my fingers were strong enough.
So, designer babies, where do you stand on the issue now?
Every advance in science increases our ability to make choices, doesn't it? But when it comes to manipulating genes, we ban it.
I think the argument for loving children unconditionally is a pretty strong one.
But the difference between imbuing a child with a certain culture or set of beliefs and choosing a desirable set of genes is less profound than I thought. Parents will always want to manipulate their children before birth, after birth.
So you'd be quite happy for rich people with the best doctors to give their children an unfair start in life?
What's a private school?
It still leaves room for free will.
St. Barthel's for boys didn't. I have the scars to prove it. Look, why not just use technology and teaching to make our species the best it can possibly be?
What about messing around with people's genes once they're born?
I'm not sure. I never got a chance to test my virtuosity with the old fiddle.
Why not?
Well, I had to sneak away in the early hours. Well, you see, Kath, she and I became quite close, intimate, really, and then one night her husband came back and, well, the thing
Should we
is-
just skip this, Dad?
Yeah, fair enough.
Your fingers won't be strong enough.
I don't even know how to hold this thing. Wait a minute. That seems comfortable, like this.
But if you've never played before...
So I put the bow here, like this.
Yes.
That feels very natural somehow.
Blimey,
Not bad, eh?
that's amazing.
Nice tune, don't you think? I have no idea what I'm playing. Look, Rachel, at last, I'm a born violinist. In Brian Gulliver's Travels by Bill Dare, Brian and Thake were played by Neil Pearson. Kath and Hendl were Lisa Dillon, Rachel Mariah Gale, Bordle Toby Longworth, and the violinist was Amy Butterworth. The producer is Stephen Canny.